What is the definition of the absolute value?
What is the definition of the absolute value? Don't move.
Sit down, Burgess.
Oh, whoa.
What did it say? We're going to put it in a little simpler terms. It's distant from zero. Okay, so when you, by the way, the symbols for absolute values is those bars. Okay, these bars here, those are absolute value symbols. Okay, so when we determine something like absolute value of x equals 4, we're thinking 4 units from 0. Okay, now there's two cases. There's two cases that are 4 units from 0. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, positive 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. So the absolute value of x equal 4, the solution is negative 4 and positive 4. Now, when we have an equation, that's what this was. It was an equation because there's an equal sign there. Yes, sir. It should be the other way. It should be down. Oh, this is the absolute value symbol. Okay. Bars on the outside of whatever's in between the bars means the absolute value. Okay. The distance of x equals 4 units. Now, think of these as like location points. Okay. Negative 4 is a location point that is 4 units from 0. Okay. Positive 4 is a location point 4 units from 0. And then this is our units from 0. This is our units from 0. Okay, now absolute value has to be positive because it's the distance, it's units. Okay? These are just happen to be location points. These can change all the time, but the units have to be positive because it's a distance. Because it's a distance. Okay, so here's how we solve absolute value equations. We have to consider both cases. 4 units this way and 4 units that way. So we have to consider that it may end up at a negative 4 or a positive 4. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take what's inside x minus 6, and either that's going to equal the positive 3, because this is where it ends up, or it can end up at negative 3. So with absolute value equations, you will always get 2 cases to solve. Okay? All right. Once we split those up, it's just like a regular equation to solve. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So x is going to equal 9. Or x is going to equal, add 6 to both sides. Negative 3 plus 6 is positive 3.
Wait, why you
Okay. Because you got to get x by itself.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So my answer here is To solve this absolute value equation, we could end up at the number 9, or we could end up at the number 3. All right, let's do some of these. Number 1. This one's easy because nothing's being added or subtracted, and there's no mathematical operation to x. So x is going to equal either -3 or +3. For that one, yes. But like number 2, or actually I'll let you guys do the even. Number 3, take what's inside b minus 3, set it equal to what's there. Or it could be the opposite of what's there. Take what's inside and the opposite of 3. And solve each one of these. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Yes. Yes. So b can equal 6, or add 3, add 3, b can equal 0. So you're going to end up at the point either 6 or the location point 0. Okay, let's do number 7. All right, so I'm going to take what's there inside. That would be, and then we would do -0, but it's the same number. Yeah. So we only have to do this once. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So I get 2n equal 5. Divide by the coefficient 2. So n equals 2.5, 2.5, 5 halves, either one. It's only like 20 days away, isn't it? Let's do number 9. Okay, now, before we split this up, before we split up the absolute value, we have to get that term by itself first. Okay, we're actually adding something to the outside of the absolute values, so we have to get rid of that first, then split it up. So right off the bat, we're going to have to minus 2 first. So I get the absolute value of x minus 3 equals 5 minus 2 is 3. Then I'm going to split it up. Take what's inside, set it equal to what's there, or take what's inside, set it equal to the opposite of what's there. Then solve each one of these. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So x can equal 6, or x is going to equal 0. All right, let's talk a little bit about number 11. First of all, is my absolute value term by itself? Yes, it is. Yeah. My absolute value terms is by itself. Now, remember what this definition means. Whatever's inside has to be positive distance, right? So 6 minus 2r has to be positive. It's a distance. Which means no matter what number I choose for r, even if it makes it negative inside, what happens when it comes outside? It has to be positive. Can it ever be a -2?
No.
No. Distance has to be positive. It can never equal a -2 out here. When you have, I'll say it again, when you have the absolute value term by itself and it's equaling a negative number, this is not possible. No solution.
So there ain't no way to solve that?
Nope. Notice on the other one, a positive number outside the absolute values. Okay. All right, you should be able to do the rest of these problems on your own. I'm going to be passing out your paperwork, a lot of your paperwork, because those students that want to take a retake test of the past test, they need their homework completed, and they don't know if they got turned it in. So I'm going to pass all that back out. Okay?